Good afternoon, Lady Wild fans. We are in Cedar Rapids at the Iron Ice Arena for the MGHL Championship weekend. First matchup here for the Lady Wild 10U is Cedar Rapids. I think all the games I was trying to review them were fairly close to the year, all within a couple goals, I believe. I didn't look that close. Full roster this weekend. I think all the girls rostered are playing. So it should be a fun weekend, and we'll see if the Lady Wild come out on top tonight. Looks like the forward line starting out here is going to be Margot and Gabby and Ellie. Or is that Riley? That's Riley. And then Lennon and Ruby back on defense. No, that's Beckett and Ruby on defense. Sorry about that. Been a little while since I've watched the girls play. Puck drop. Lady Wild push that deep into the Cedar Rapids zone. Cedar Rapids chips it up the board. Margot sends it back up to the left wing circle. Gabby there battling at the top of the circle. Now Margot turns and shoots. Rough Riders bring it out into neutral ice, and in Lady Wild zone, Margot sends it right back out again. Rough Riders are resetting, sending it back into the zone. Riley chips it across center ice. That's Gabby bringing it into the zone. She tries to center over to Riley. Doesn't connect. And now Cedar Rapids chips it up and out of the zone. Lady Wild are resetting. Rough Riders pick up the loose puck. Start bringing in the Lady Wild zone. Ruby stops the advance, and Margot on a change, and Laura comes out, sends it deep down on net, and goalie covers, and we'll stop the clock here. 10:52 left in the first period. This line's looking like Laura, Ellie, and Riot, and Gwen and Lennon back on defense. Laura sends it over to the near boards. Cedar Rapids sends it up. Gwen sends it back deep. Laura sends it to the back boards where Cedar Rapids picks it up, sends it up to the far boards. Now this is Lennon, comes forward to gather. She's pushing forward into the slot. Riley sends that towards the net. It goes just wide. Now comes up to Gwen again. They get around Gwen. Lennon comes up pressure. She stops the play. Now Cedar Rapids enters the zone and sends it puck deep where Lennon picks it up. Backhands it up to Riot. Puck squirts away off to the far boards. Ellie giving chase. Laura sends it in neutral ice. Cedar Rapids is resetting. Rough Riders try a centering pass. It's going to go all the way to the far boards. Ellie going to try to backhand it out. She misses. Now Lennon picks up the puck. She's skating forward. She gets tripped up with just a little bit on a skate. She's going to regather and bring it back into the zone. She's got Riot at center. She's going to center pass. Just deflected before it connects with Riot. Now Caroline in on the ice. She's trying to wrap around. She turns a shot on it. Gets covered up. Caroline, Bree, and Penny coming out for your forward line. And back on D, we've got Lane and Cora. Puck comes out, and Bree sends it in just off sides. Ryder sent it deep into the zone. Cora chasing it down at the near corner. She backhands it over to Bree. Bree waiting for the puck, and she loses her edge as she sends it out of the zone. Rough Riders chase it down at their own blue line. Chip it back towards neutral ice. Lane gets tied up there. Caroline comes away with the puck. She skates it into the slot. She's going to get a shot. Pad save. Doesn't quite get over into the net, but Penny now. She centers up. Misses. Now Lane's going to send one in. It hits a skate. Now Bree sends one towards the net, and it's covered up by the goalie. Some good chances there for the Lady Wild. Cedar Rapids goalie stands tall and gets a cover, and line change coming now for both teams with Margot, Riley, and Gabby coming out. Ruby and Beckett back on defense. Cedar Rapids picks up the loose puck, picks up speed. They come through center ice. Ruby back on defense. She's the only one to beat. Ruby gets it off her stick, and the puck goes wide of the net. Cedar Rapids sends it up to their D. Now the D sends it back in deep. Ruby chases it down at the backboard. She skates forward with it. She's skating out of the zone. Loses the puck. She gets the blue line. Gets over to Riley. Cedar Rapids brings in a Lady Wild zone. Now Gabby picks it back up, but she's got it hit off her stick, and the Rough Riders send it back in the Lady Wild zone. Margot picks up the puck, skates it forward. She loses it. Now Margot sends it backhand out of the zone, goes deep into Rough Rider zone, just enough for icing. Laura, Ellie, and Wright, your forwards, with Lennon and Glenn back on defense. Ellie sends it back deep in her own zone, where Lennon chases it down up the far boards. Cedar Rapids sends it back in deep. Lennon loses her edge. Cedar Rapids is going to try a wraparound, but Laura comes up, takes the puck away. She's skating up out of the zone. She sends it through center ice. This is going to come down. Goalie did not quite play that, and that's going to be icing. It's like Gwen and Lennon staying out on defense. We got Caroline, Bree, and Penny on offense. Caroline wins that back to Gwen. Gwen sends it up the boards to Caroline. Caroline moves the puck. Cedar Rapids tries to center. It gets caught up in Bree's skates. Puck goes to the far corner where Lennon sends it up the boards. She stopped there. Caroline comes up to take the puck away. She skates it behind the net. She loses the puck. Cedar Rapids sends it to the far boards. Penny now sends it up out of the zone. Cedar Rapids ends up playing that puck, no icing. They send up the far boards. Caroline comes to intercept. Caroline comes away with the loose puck. She's going to get a shot. Skates around, backhands, pad save, but then I think that's Penny that sent that in for a goal. Penny with the first goal of the game, and the Lady Wild go up 1-0. Great job by Caroline coming up, getting the goalie to move around a little bit, backhands it, pad save first, comes back out, and Penny picks up the trash and gives the Lady Wild the first lead of the game. This is Margot, Gabby, and Riley. Cora and Laney back on D. Lady Wild bring it into this Rough Rider zone. It's up at the blue line. Laney sends it in deep. Cedar Rapids picked up the loose puck behind the net, send it up the near boards. Margot and Cora try to keep it in. It comes out to Laney. Laney sends it up the near boards. Gabby not able to progress the puck. Now she picks it up at center ice. She skates into the Cedar Rapids zone. She loses the puck, and now that's Riley trying to send it in deep. Margot passes it forward to Gabby. Gabby gets a shot. It goes just wide. Cedar Rapids sends the puck up near boards. Cora comes up to pinch. She keeps the puck deep. Cedar Rapids trying to progress it up. Gets caught up here by Cora. Cora sends it into the slot. Margaret comes away with a loose puck. She gets a shot. Goalie just sits on it to stop it there. Good chance by Lady Wild. Lara, Ellie, and Riot coming out with Ruby and Beckett back on defense. Puck comes up to Ruby at the blue line. She sends it. It goes just wide. Lara looking to center. Cedar Rapids able to get it up to the near boards. Ruby trying to hold the line. She doesn't quite get the puck now. Beckett skating back to pick up the loose puck. No icing. Beckett picks it up the near corner, sends it around to the far corner. Cedar Rapids trying to bring it into the zone, or into the slot rather. And it's Ellie. She tries to clear it out. It gets caught up in the slot. They get a first shot of the game, and Finley sends it away. That comes into the crease. Ruby pokes it out to Riot. Riot tries to skate out of the zone. She's got her pocket picked, and Cedar Rapids sends it back in deep. Ruby sends it up the near board. Cedar Rapids, though, sends it back deep to the near corner. Beckett comes up to pressure. They try to center. That comes into the zone, but Ruby sends it right back out. Puck's hanging out in the slot. I think that was Lara able to get it out. Now Ellie picks up the loose puck at the far board. She's trying to get it up out of the zone. She's met by three Rough Riders. Puck just hanging out there. Now Cedar Rapids picks it up, skating into the slot. They lose the puck. They send that one towards the net, and Finley directs it behind. Now it's at the near boards with Riot. Cedar Rapids sends it. It goes wide. Beckett picks up the loose puck. She's skating with it up the far boards, looking for a pass. It's intercepted. Rough Riders pick it up, skate through the left wing circle, poked off the stick momentarily by Beckett. Puck is blocked there by Finley, and it just hangs out in the slot. Lady Wild need to get it out of the zone. Ruby coming up. She sends it up the boards, out into neutral ice. Cedar Rapids chasing it down in their own zone, bring it behind their net. They send it up the near boards. Lady Wild on the change. Gwen pressuring. She's got Lennon back with her on defense. Penny going to get the loose puck at the near or far corner. She sends it up into neutral ice to Caroline. Caroline loses the puck at her blue line. Now she comes away with the loose puck. She's skating forward. She's got one to beat. She gets around the one, gets a shot, goes just wide. Caroline sends it up to Lennon. Lennon coming up. She loads. It's deflected off a stick, hangs out in the right wing circle for a minute, comes out into neutral ice where Gwen backhands it to Lennon, not expecting the puck. Cedar Rapids picks up the loose puck, but loses it. Now Caroline skates it into neutral ice, cross center ice. Now in the Cedar Rapids zone, she's looking to pass to Bree. Bree hanging out, she gets tripped. No, oh yeah, we got a penalty coming here on Cedar Rapids. Lady Wild will find themselves on the first power play of the game. Lady Wild on 92nd power play with 2:16 left in the first period, up 1-0. Going to see if they can add to this lead with Caroline, Bree, and Penny out on the power play. Cora and Laney back on defense. Caroline over to Bree. Bree up to Laney at the high slot. She skates it forward and a little bit deeper. Takes a shot from the right wing circle. It goes wide. Cora begging for the puck up at the point. Caroline, though, drives it in, takes some shots. Puck hanging out. Don't know how that doesn't go in. Bree tries centering shot to Caroline. It gets intercepted. Penny loses her edge. Cora tends a shot. It goes off Caroline. Caroline picks up the loose puck, dances around. Loses the puck behind the net. Bree hanging out in front. Great centering pass. It goes just wide. Now the Rough Riders pick up the loose puck. Send it up. Laney holds the blue line. She sends it up from the point. It gets intercepted, and Cedar Rapids clears the zone. Cora picks up the loose puck in her own zone. She's skating forward with the puck. Across center ice into the Cedar Rapids zone. She fires one, and it goes in just over the glove of the Cedar Rapids goalie, and Cora makes it 2-0 Lady Wild. All right, Lady Wild up 2-0 on Cedar Rapids. Margot going to take the face off with Gabby and Riley. Ruby and Becca back on defense. Lady Wild bringing to the Cedar Rapids zone. Cedar Rapids push Margot off the puck, and now puck comes up to the blue line. Ruby sends it in on net, and the goalie covers up. No whistle, now whistle. Margot taking the face off. She's got Riley to her right, Gabby to her left. Margot sends one towards the net off the face off. It goes off a skate. Now the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders are able to clear the zone. Beckett picked up the puck, tries to bring it into the zone. She has the puck taken off her stick. Riley now trying to progress the puck deep into the zone. She hits it to the far corner. Cedar Rapids sends it behind the net. Gabby picks a loose puck, tries to center. Goes get deflected behind the net. Great centering pass by Margot, gets intercepted before it gets to Riley. Another centering pass to Riley. That time stick saved by the goalie. Rough Riders try to clear the zone. They lose the puck at their far boards. Now it comes up to Margot. Margot sends it back. Goes off a stick into the high slot. Gabby fires one in off the pad of the goalie. And that's going to end the first period with the Lady Wild up 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Lady Wild came out firing in that first period, controlled the puck for most of the period, had a couple, gave up a couple good looks to Cedar Rapids, but for the most part, we're able to control the puck and prevent too many shots. Finley standing tall back there in net. We'll see if Lady Wild can keep the pressure on here in the second period. Laura going to take the face off. She's got Ellie and Riot. And that's Lennon and Glenn back on defense. Cedar Rapids pushes forward into the zone right out the face-off. Great job by Lennon coming up to disrupt that, and she's going to try to clear the zone. Cedar Rapids sends it back in from the blue line and goes deep behind the net. Gwen sends it up to Riot, and the Lady Wild clear the zone. But Cedar Rapids able to get it back deep. Gwen sends up the far boards again to Riot. Riot waiting for it. She passes forward to Lara. Lara has a puck taken off her stick before she gets into the zone. Riot freezing the puck, waiting for Lara to get back on sides. Board battle ensues right in front of Lady Wild bench. We've got Lara, Riley, Ellie, and Riot all in there, waiting for the puck to come out. Cedar Rapids comes up, takes the puck away, skated in Lady Wild zone. Gwen pressuring the puck deep. Rough Rider send it through the crease to the near boards. Now they send it back in deep, goes behind the net. Lara picks up the loose puck, trying to push it up. Cedar Rapids gets a centering pass, comes to the slot. And Finley stands tall back there. I'm not sure if that was going to go wide. Either way, Finley does it for good measure, gets a stop, and we're going to have a change here. Looks like Cora and Laney back on defense with Caroline, Bree, and Penny on offense. Yeah. Lady Wild send the puck down in deep. Bree tries to pick it up, but she's pushed off the puck. Caroline picks it up. She's going to try to send her to Penny. It gets deflected a little bit, but here comes Lane comes in, and she gets one to go through. That thing had eyes. I didn't see a whole lot of space, but Lane sure did, and she gets one in for the third goal of the game. Great job by Laney to come up and pick up that trash. Caroline taking the face off with Penny and Bree. Cora and Lane still back on defense. Puck comes deep in the Lady Wild zone up the face off. Cora sends it over to Laney. Laney loses the puck for a minute, but she reverses and sends the puck to the far boards. Caroline picks up the puck. Oh, she had some space, but great stick there by Cedar Rapids to slow it down. Cora now sends it deep into the Cedar Rapids zone. That's not going to have enough for icing, so Cedar Rapids plays the puck, sends it up to the far boards. Cora comes up, pinches it, and keeps it deep. Cedar Rapids brings it up. Laney, though, sends it back in deep. Lady Wild found themselves a little bit out of position. Now it comes up to Cora. She's going to lock and load, but great pass over to Penny. Doesn't quite connect, but Penny stays persistent. Doesn't get a clean shot off, and now the puck comes to the near boards. Penny's still battling. Caroline comes up. She's backhand centers to Bree. Bree gets muscled off the puck. Now Cedar Rapids has a loose puck, and they lose it. Gives the Lady Wild a little bit of time to get in better position. Lane and Cora, Bree all back. Caroline pressures the puck to the boards, comes up to the slot, or the point rather. Bree intercepts that. I don't know if it was a pass or shot, but Bree comes up. She sends it wide. D-line change. Ruby and Beckett back out here. Caroline battling with the puck back deep. Great. Love that play there by Penny. She just muscles the Cedar Rapids player off the puck. It comes up to Ruby in the slot. She sends it in. That's going to score. Ruby with a shot from the high slot, and she gets the fourth goal of the game. Lady Wild taking control, and let's see if they can just leave no doubt and put this thing away here in the second period. Margot taking the face off with Riley and Gabby. Ruby and Beckett back on defense. Riley pushes the puck forward. Cedar Rapids clears it back out. Now Gabby brings it into the zone. Riley now sends it deep. Wow, what a shot there. It goes right through the 5-hole. Margot picks up the loose puck, and she sends it in from the right wing circle, and it goes right through the goalie's leg for the fifth goal of the game. That's Margot on that shot and goal. Same forward line. Now we've got Lennon and Gwen back on defense. Puck comes in Lady Wild zone off the face-off. Lennon picks up the loose puck. She skates it out into the neutral zone. She pushes now into the Cedar Rapids zone. She gets pushed in the board. She loses the puck. Riley not able to control it. We just have Glenn back on defense, but great back check there by Lennon to disrupt that play. And Gwen picks up the loose puck, sends it up the far boards. Gabby now trying to clear that puck, but two Cedar Rapids players converge and send the puck back deep. Lennon picks it up behind her own net, comes up the near boards, waits for Riley to clear out. She skates it forward, passes up to Margot. Margot pushes it forward into Lady Wild zone, or Cedar Rapids zone. Cedar Rapids clears. Lennon passes forward to Gabby. Gabby tries to send one in from the high slot, and looks like offsides. We've got Laura, Ellie, and Riot, Cora, and Laney back on defense. Great pressure there by Ellie to get the puck deep into the Cedar Rapids zone. Cedar Rapids picks it up in their own corner. Riot muscles her off the puck. She takes a shot. It hits some shimmies. Puck hanging out in the slot. Ellie not able to get a good shot. Now it comes up to the blue line. Laney sacrifices all to keep it into the Cedar Rapids zone. Board battle. Cora loses her edge a little bit. Loose puck. Cora comes up, tries to send it deep. Doesn't get good wood on it. This is Lane again here at the blue line. She sends it from the high slot. It gets deflected wide of the net. Cedar Rapids sends it to the near boards. Ellie fights the Cedar Rapids player for that puck. She's able to keep it in deep in the zone. Cedar Rapids chips it up. Laney comes up the pinch, and now she sends it to Ellie. Ellie tries to skate it forward, but she loses the puck. Now from her knees, gets it up to Laney. Laney trying to set a shot, but it gets deflected, and it hangs out here high on the right wing circle. Laura sends a shot in, pad save. Riot not able to come in and bring that home, but puck comes in neutral ice. Cora sends it back in deep. We got a D-line change with Ruby and Beckett coming out. Ruby holds the line. Now she's got some space. She takes a shot, but it just kind of gets deflected and flutters into the crease, and the goalie covers it up and stops the clock. 5:25 left in the second period. We've got Caroline, Penny, and Bree, your forward line, and then Ruby and Beckett back on defense. Beckett comes up to try to hold it, but Cedar Rapids just wills it into the Lady Wild zone. Now Ruby battling at the near boards. Now Bree intercepts that centering pass. She passes over to Penny. Penny skates across center ice. Now brings it into the Cedar Rapids zone. She's got the puck taken off her stick, but Caroline rushes back, and now she sends it in deep. Cedar Rapids picks up the loose puck down there on net. They try to skate around Bree. Bree deflects it back deep. Penny intercepts that and sends it back to the near corner. This is Bree just battling that kind of loose puck, and that shot gets deflected just wide. Centering pass there by Penny gets deflected. Now it comes up to Caroline. Caroline skates it back in deep, centering pass. Bree picks it up, tries to wrap around. She loses the puck and she comes around. Now Penny picks it up. She tries to center. It comes right through the crease into the near boards. Beckett hustles forward. Now she sends it in. It gets deflected a couple of times off of Penny's skate. Now Ruby skates forward, holds the line, backhands it back up. Bree Not able to hold the line. Ruby skates around. She backhands it back. Cross center ice. Now it gets pushed back to the Lady Wild zone, but Beckett sends it to the far boards. Puck finds its way in the Lady Wild zone. Caroline going to pick it up, pick up speed behind the net. Now skating up the near boards. She now changes direction, comes across center ice. Now she's all alone. She's going to, just great effort there by Cedar Rapids to come up and push Caroline off the puck and deflect that shot. Bree, I believe that was, picks up the loose puck. She tries to center. It gets deflected now. Beckett picks it up. She brings it into the zone. She's at the right wing circle. She takes a wide shot, and it goes in. Beckett picks up the loose puck, skates it all the way in. She takes a wide angle shot, and it goes right in front of the goalie in for a goal. Lady Wild up 6-0 here in the second period. A lot of Lady Wild in on the action. 6 different goal scorers so far in this game. We've got Margot, Riley, and Gabby out there. Gwen and Lennon on defense. Gwen sends it back up to the blue line, doesn't quite get it out. Cedar Rapids tries to send it deep, but Gwen's there to stop the puck. Gabby and Gwen over there battling, and now Cedar Rapids comes away with this puck. They take a shot from the right wing circle. It goes right over the stick of Finley for the first goal for Cedar Rapids. Lady Wild up 6-1 with 2. Okay, we can't decide if they're stopping the clock or not. They must have gone running clock after that 6th goal. It should go back to stop clock, though, I would think, because the goal differential is back to 5. But it continues to run. This is Laura, Ellie, and Riot. Gwen and Lennon still back on defense. Lennon picks up the loose puck. She skates across center ice now into the Cedar Rapids zone. Cedar Rapids defender loses their edge, but so Lennon comes in, takes a shot, pad save. Goalie not able to cover, so Lennon keeps trying to push it in. Eventually, the goalie gets it covered up, and we're going to have a D-line change. Laney and Cora coming out. Laura and Ellie and Riot stay out with your forward line. Rough Rider sent it up to the blue line. Cora locks and loads. She sends it in. It bounces right in front of the goalie, and the goalie covers it up. We'll have another D zone or offensive zone face-off here in the left wing circle. Lara takes the face-off. She pushes it deep to the far corner. Cedar Rapids picks up the puck. Shot goes up, but the goalie stops the puck. Now it comes deep in the Lady Wild zone. Cora comes back. She's the first one to it. Doesn't play the puck very cleanly, and Cedar Rapids is able to get a shot off, but that's a pad save there by Finley. She keeps Cedar Rapids out of the net. Now it comes deep into Lady Wild or Rough Rider zone. Rough Riders clear it. Cora tried to wait and send it to the near boards, but it deflects into the zone while the Lady Wild is still in the zone, and that's offsides. This is going to end the second period with the Lady Wild up 6-1. We'll be back here in about a minute after this. Okay, yep, didn't even stop it. So yeah, Lady Wild up 6-1 entering the third period. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, to start the third period, we got Caroline take the face-off with Bree and Penny, Ruby, and Beckett back on defense. Bree picks up the puck off the face-off. She skates it into the Cedar Rapids zone. She loses that. Caroline comes to pick up the loose puck, and she gets that in past the goalie for the 7th goal of the game. That's Caroline, and I'm not sure if we'll credit Bree with the assist, but might as well give her the apple on that. Puck comes back to Beckett. Beckett sends it up across center ice. Caroline in a board battle, and she brings it up into the Cedar Rapids zone, comes through the right wing circle. Great centering pass to Bree, and Bree sends it in through the 5-hole. That's Bree from Caroline. New lines here for Lady Wild. Margot, Riley, and Gabby. Gabby sends it up to Riley. Riley picks up the puck at center ice. She backhands it into the Cedar Rapids zone. It's coming in on quick whistle, but nobody heard it, and they're going to keep playing. Gabby picks up the loose puck at the near board. She sends it in. The goalie covers it up, and this time we get a stop. Gwen and Lennon back on defense, and we still have Margot, Gabby, and Riley out on offense. Lady Wild up 8-1. 10 minutes left in the third period. We got a running clock here. It comes out of the zone. Gabby waits for the Lady Wild to clear. Margot tries to bring it in the zone, but it's deflected up to the far boards. Lady Wild now get it into the zone. This is Margot. She loses the puck right at the right wing circle. Now she sends it in deep. Gabby skating up to pick up the puck. She backhands it. She's trying to center. Nobody was there. Now Margot comes in front of the net. Let's see if Riley can find her. It gets through. Goalie covers it up and stops it before that puck gets across the red line there. Great opportunity for the Lady Wild, but goalie stands tall back there. New lines for the Lady Wild. That's Lara, Ellie, and Riot. Cora and Lainey back on D. Cora backhands that into the slot. Lara trying to push it forward, but Cedar Rapids able to get up. Great job by Lainey to hold the line there. Now Rough Riders picking up with some speed. They've got Cora to beat. Cora and Lainey both kind of combine to break that up. Lara pushes the puck into the neutral zone. Riot sends it into Cedar Rapids zone. Cedar Rapids zone picks up the loose puck. They're picking up speed. Great stick by Lainey. She picks the pocket there. She brings it in. She takes a shot. It goes right through the crease. Lara sends one in from the left wing circle. Goalie stops out with the stick and covers it up. Caroline, Bree, and Penny coming out for your forward line. Ruby and Beckett back on defense. There's 7:44 left in the third period. Caroline sends that over to Penny. Penny not able to collect the puck. She skates over to the far boards. Trying to center. She's knocked off her skates. Puck comes now out to Beckett. Beckett sends it in deep. Stick save, comes over to left wing circle. Bree looking in the center. She tries to find Penny. It's intercepted. Penny comes up to pick up the puck at the near boards. It comes up to Ruby. Ruby gathers. She sends one in. It gets deflected a couple times up to the far corner where Cedar Rapids picks it up. Great job there by Caroline. She slows that play down, keeps the puck deep. Caroline picks up loose puck in the right wing circle now into the slot. She tries to send it in, but it goes off a skate to the near boards. Comes up to Ruby at the blue line. She sends it deep. It gets deflected a couple times. It's hanging out here in the left wing circle. Bodies everywhere. Now Penny trying to center. It's hanging out right in front of the crease. Bree tries to send it. Gets deflected off a stick to the far corner. Bree picks up loose puck over to Caroline. Caroline through the slot. She dances forward. She's going to take a shot, and it gets in. That's Caroline with the 9th goal of the game. Margot, Gabby, and Riley coming out with Gwen and Lennon back on defense. About 6 minutes here left in this game. Looks like Lennon going to come up to take the face off. Margot goes back to play D. Puck goes back to Margot. She sends it up through center ice. Goes across the blue line. Cedar Rapids sends it up to the blue line. Now Riley sends it up to Lennon. Lennon picks up the loose puck, but she loses it. Riley tries to chip it forward through. It gets deflected back, and now Cedar Rapids picks it up, bringing some speed, sends it deep into Lady Wild zone. Wow, that puck gets through the Cedar Rapids centers, but it gets all the way through, and now Gabby picks up the puck. She's skating with it through center ice. Now Riley sends it deep into the Cedar Rapids zone. Cedar Rapids picks it up behind their own net. Riley coming to pressure with Lennon. Cedar Rapids gets it up to the slot. They pick it up across, push the puck across center ice into the Lady Wild zone. Gabby, or Gwen rather, comes over to give chase. They take a shot, deflected by Finley. Puck comes to the near boards. That's Gabby. She holds off the defender while for Margot to come pick it up. She's skating forward. She brings it in. She's only got the goalie to beat. Margot takes a shot. It goes wide over the far boards. Cedar Rapids sends it down deep. It looks like it's going to go on net, and Finley has to send that around. Gwen sends it to the near corner. This is Gabby picks up the puck. She's got to skate with it. She's skating across the ice. She's got her pocket picked, and now Cedar Rapids sends it back in deep. Puck comes to the near corner. This is Gwen. She sends it up the boards. It's stopped there by Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids tries to send it deep, but Gwen gets in the way. Cedar Rapids now sends it in deep, and that's Margot. Margot sends it up the near boards. It comes up to the blue line. Cedar Rapids trying to get it back deep. Cedar Rapids takes a shot from the far boards. It goes wide behind the net. Gwen sends it up the near boards. Cedar Rapids sends it back deep behind the Lady Wild net. Laura battling for the puck. Puck comes up into the slot. Cora and Laura combine, and Cora's able to get that deep, and it's going to come all the way down. Pricing. I thought it was going to hold up. Just did not quite hold up. Laney and Corey on defense with Laura, Riley, Ellie, Laura, Ellie, and Riot. Your forward lines. Cedar Rapids tries to center that pass, and Riot picks it up. She's able to clear to the zone. Cedar Rapids sends it back in just onside. Laney picks up the loose puck and skates it into the neutral zone. She's met by a few Cedar Rapids players. Cedar Rapids brings it back in. Stick save and cover there by Finley, the Shark Reed. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Lara taking the face off. She backhands it back to Cora. Cora sends it up the board. Cedar Rapids keeps it in. Puck comes into the slot, but Ellie and Lara come together and send it to the far boards. Cedar Rapids tries to take a shot. I think that was off Laney's shinnies. They try a centering pass. Nobody there. That's Cora picks up the puck. She's skating it out of the zone through center ice. She loses the puck, and now Cedar Rapids sends it back across center ice. Cedar Rapids able to get it back into Lady Wild zone. Laney's back there. Puck's in the slot. Cedar Rapids gets a shot. They get it between Finley's legs for a goal. Cedar Rapids cuts the lead to 6 with a minute and a half left in the game. 107. The scoreboard here is not updating the Lady Wild anymore. My score, I believe, is right. 9-2 Lady Wild. This is Caroline, Bree, and Penny. Ruby and Beckett back on defense. Caroline bringing the puck into the Cedar Rapids zone. She's skating forward with it. She tries a center. She's met with some resistance. She loses the puck. Penny comes up. Now Bree. Puck goes over to the slot. Bree sends a shot. It gets deflected to the near corner. Centering pass. He comes through up to Beckett. Beckett shoots it from the high slot. Stopped by the goalie. 30 seconds left. Going to keep this line out here, I'm guessing, to finish the game. We're lining up in the left wing circle here. Caroline over to Penny. Penny not able to get good one on it. Cedar Rapids sends it up. Beckett takes a couple strides forward, takes a shot. It gets deflected. Penny picks it up in the near corner, trying to center. There's Caroline. Caroline's shot goes just wide. Caroline just down the far boards, tries to center, and that's going to end the game. Lady Wild win 9-3 against Cedar Rapids. Or 9-2 against Cedar Rapids. So we're back tomorrow. I think it's 11:45 against Kansas City. From there, if they win, they'll be in the championship game on Sunday. If they lose, it probably depends on a couple other results. But we're going for a win to get ourselves in the championship game and avoid that 9 a.m. Sunday game. So we'll sign off for now, and we'll be back tomorrow at 11:45 for the 10U. I don't know what time 12U plays, but we'll have that game on as well. So we'll catch everybody tomorrow.